Hello guys, today I'm going to give you an update on how the board feels after 2 weeks of driving it every day and what I think about it, my experience. Well, I must come to the conclusion that this board isn't really for me. I thought it would be way better than it is actually. So why I say that? Well, the board itself, it is a very generic board. When you look up electric skateboard, you can find exact one like this one, only without this logo and this logo here, and without this sheet of paper here, for about 80 to 90 euros on AliExpress or Alibaba. The same exact board. And on retail this thing costs around 200 to 170 in Europe, just for the Archos logo. In my first bit I meant that this board is from this company, from a European company, and the quality would be greater than a Chinese board. But every part of this thing is a generic, standard Chinese cheap longboard with electric motors in it. Well, my experience with it, let's come to the tracks. After 2 weeks, the tracks are, listen to that. That doesn't sound healthy at all. I cleaned it every time I drove it, but the front track is good, but the back track, it sounds horrible when you ride it. So the next thing is here the wheels. How are the pairings in this thing? As you can imagine, they aren't quite good. But the funny thing is, every wheel is different. I will show you. This wheel is quite okay. It spins for not good, but quite an amount of time. Same thing, also quite not good, but yeah, it works. And this wheel just blocks out. That's strange. I don't know. So yeah, now let's come to the power. I knew that this board only had a 150 watt motor, and that's not a lot. When the first time when you drive it, you mean, well, that's quite fast. 15 kilometers per hour is a lot on such a small thing, but after some time on it, it really becomes slow. But the slowness and the underpower of the motor is the problem here. The real problem, I think, is really with the small battery. It only has a 2.2 amp hour battery. That means in real time test, I can tell you that the board lasts on full throttle around 3 or 4 minutes. Only 3 or 4 minutes. So that's absolutely nothing. You can't go far with it. When you drive it on half a throttle, you can go around 6-7 kilometers in the city. It's my experience with it. But when you go fast, the battery will go flat in an instant. And when you push it, the battery power will go back. And well, the most annoying thing about this thing is that when the battery is only half full, and that's quite in 5 minutes, it's half full or half empty, it is going to beep like hell. When you're driving this thing, everybody is looking at you, even if you have your battery half full. This thing goes beep, beep, beep the whole time, and it's so annoying. Yeah, that's what I would to tell you about this board. I'm not so satisfied about it, really, but yeah, you must learn with every purchase you made. So that's my thing. Oh, and also the handle. The thing is nice that it is quite small. It isn't too heavy to handle the board, and it has this trigger here to take it around, so that's quite nice. But the next thing is, the quality is so cheap. The things in here are so rough that you can't take it around a minute with having your hands split open. So I don't really like this thing here at all. So when you have this board and can give it back to the shop, you have a few options. Those are all generic parts, and you can get from AliExpress. You can get a dual drive motor with in-hub that goes on comes with an axle for 120 euros around. that's 140, 50 US dollars. You can get a decent sized battery for about $50. And the controller is also coming with this tuning kit. And well, then you have a decent size and power board, a small powerful board for around around 280-300 euros. So that's quite nice. Yeah, that's all I wanted to tell you about the board. Like I said, I'm not super impressed with it. And yeah, thanks for watching and see you next time.